Hello and welcome to another day of reflections. It's the beginning of a new week and we've just been savoring having a new president. So I know last week I talked about a new beginning and we are already seeing so many things already changing and we just, it's an uplifting time. It is an uplifting time. We are truly, truly thankful and we will continue to pray for good success in all the things that need to be done. Psalm 11 verse 3, Psalm 11 verse 3, because last week we talked about a new beginning and this week I want to talk about foundations. Psalm 11:3 says, if the foundations are destroyed, what can the righteous do? What can the righteous do? And as I look at things all around us, I know that some of us who had the promise of a new beginning last week might be saying, I don't even know where to start with my life. I don't know whether my situation can be fixed. I don't even know that I can have a new beginning. If you are thinking that way, it's natural. It's okay because Psalm 11:3 says that if the foundations are destroyed, what can the righteous do? But the good news I have for you today is that even if the foundations are destroyed, there's something that the righteous can still do. There's something that the righteous can still do. Because even though the foundations may be destroyed, the power of God in your life is not destroyed. It is not destroyed. If there is a bad foundation, there is a God who can build a good foundation for you now. You may say, oh, Pastor, it's because you really don't know, you don't know my story. You don't know what's going on with me. Well, maybe not, but if you go to Job, and many of us know the story of Job, you know how the life of Job was ruined practically. Lost his business, lost his children, lost his the comfort of a loving wife, because the wife got to a point she was fed up. She said, just cause God and die, and if you die, maybe I can just go off and marry somebody else who is not crossed. So his life was totally shattered, completely shattered in every area. His health was compromised. I mean, this was somebody who, by the time his friends came to visit him, they did not even recognize him anymore. Everything that could go wrong went wrong with Job. And so if you are out there and you are saying, everything that can go wrong has gone wrong with my life, what can I do? The very foundations of my life seem to be totally destroyed. I have good news for you. Good news for you. The power of God in your life is not destroyed. Actually, there is an African proverb that says that the house of the king, or the palace of the king that was reduced to ashes, that was reduced to rubble, will give way to a beautiful new palace. I want to say the same for you. I want to say the same for you today. That even though you look all around you and there's nothing good that you can point to, God is about to turn your ashes into beauty. I want to encourage you. I want you to rise up. I want you to take up courage. I want you to begin to move forward. The foundation may have been destroyed, but God is about to build a solid foundation for you today. Because Job lost everything. I don't know of anybody who lost as much as Job lost. But when God visited with Job, in Job chapter 42, verse 12, the Bible says, and the Lord blessed the latter days of Job more than his beginning. God made the latter days of Job better than the beginning. More wealth than he had before he had lost everything. God blessed him with children, sons and daughters. You will say, well, that doesn't replace the one he lost. Well, maybe not. But the Bible tells us that his daughters were the most beautiful in all the land. And after all this was said and done, the Bible says, Job lived for an additional 140 years and saw his sons and his sons' sons to the 4th generation. And Job died an old man full of days. God built a new foundation for Job, restored blessings back to him, blessed him tremendously, replaced everything that he lost, made his latter days greater than the former. And after doing all that, God blessed him with many more years to enjoy the new things in his life. Good news for you. Good news for you. Be encouraged. Be encouraged. You are at zero right now, ground zero. You are at the very bottom. You've hit rock bottom, but you are coming up. You are coming up big time. You are coming up big time. I release the blessing of God that picks up from the pit and lifts up to the palace upon you. I release that blessing on you today. And I pray for you that God will build a new foundation for your life. And he will build a superstructure on that foundation. And he will bless you with everything you need to make you enjoy his goodness in your life. Be encouraged. It is well with you. Get ready, because you are on your way up to recover all. It's Fumi Obilano. Reflections.